Hello, my fellow bike people and active transportation enthusiasts. Like all hobbies and sports, cycling is all about community and having fun with your friends and family. To that end, there are a few rules that good cyclists should follow. The best thing a cyclist can do for the community is to guide the uninitiated. It only takes a little bit of experience to become a skilled, confident rider, but getting into cycling in the first place can be surprisingly tricky. The equipment can be expensive, riding with strangers can be intimidating, and there are a lot of tips and tricks that are not readily available to beginners. Having someone to explain things like choosing a bike, or to help build your confidence on the trail or road, or even to role model wearing a helmet can be the difference between finding cycling too frustrating and making it a lifelong passion. While the inner workings of a bicycle can be daunting, it's important to understand the basics enough to ensure that your equipment is safe enough to use. Like all forms of active transportation, cycling has some inherent dangers, but equipment failures shouldn't be one of them. Bicycles have dozens of intricate components that can affect safety, many of which naturally wear out with time. By learning some simple safety checks, you can ensure the risk is minimized. In general, it's good to give your bike a pre-ride check like the ABC check before each use, and a more in-depth check like the M check on a regular basis depending on how hard the bike gets used. One of the things that makes cycling and other forms of active transportation different from traditional team sports is the fact that everyone is free to interpret the sporting nature of cycling in their own way. For a lot of people, cycling is a fun, casual activity for sharing with friends and family. Any sporting or competitive aspect is an afterthought added for entertainment value. With fun as the driving force behind riding, adding photo or video can really enhance the experience. It's always fun to preserve the memories you make, and getting some cool clips can help everybody get stoked on the adventure. Whether it's action shots on the bike or stopping to enjoy the scenery, don't forget that camera. Do you know Murphy's Law? Whatever can happen will happen? Well, when it comes to cycling, that can be restated as you'll only need something if you don't have it. It's all too common for a ride to be ruined because someone gets a flat and nobody has a repair kit. Carrying tools, extra water, extra layers, snacks, a first aid kit, and any other gear you think of is definitely going to be worth the effort, because even though you probably won't need it, you'll be super thankful when carrying the extra weight saves the ride. Bikes can go a lot of different places because there are bicycles built for almost every environment and terrain. Between roads of different sizes, paved pathways, off-road trails, and lots of other places, cyclists will use the same space as a lot of people who aren't on bikes. Cyclists in public are like cats in the wild. We're right in the middle of the food chain. On one hand, we're at risk of harming pedestrians or people using slower methods of transportation, while we're also at risk of harm from larger and faster vehicles like cars. Everyone experiences road rage, but it's important to squash that instinct and recognize that every method of transportation is equally valid. You can only control your own actions, so be kind to your community and use public spaces safely and respectfully. Hi everyone, this is a message from Peter. I run Safe Summerside's bicycle recycling program and free repair events, as well as help with the weekly rides. Safe's goal is to make the community more friendly and accessible using active transportation, including cycling. Subscribe here on YouTube or follow Safe on Facebook and Instagram to stay up to date on upcoming events or to get involved. If you live on PEI and have an old bicycle that might otherwise end up in a landfill, please consider donating it at Rideouts to be refurbished and given out to an islander in need. Links are in the description.